Hello, hello, and welcome on into another episode of the Whiskey Crusaders. I'm Will.
I'm Sarah.
No, Matt.
Today we're continuing our liqueur series with Stroma, a liqueur made by Old Pulteney.
Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button and click that notification bell. And Matt, why don't you give us a little bit of background on this?
All right, comes in this cool bottle. Old Stroma. It's got these cool waves on it, which I think you guys can see.
Yeah, you
that.
can.
Cool.
That's kind of cool.
I think it's a cool bottle, like this shape. You know, it's sexy.
That'd make a cool infinity bottle.
It would make a cool infinity bottle. Yeah, made by Old Pulteney, like you said. So it's actually all made in house by them. It's 35%, so a nice, 70 proof liqueur. So what this is they take all the single malts that you actually see on the shelf of Old Pulteney, like the 12, the 15, 18, combine them. Then they take some younger Old Pulteney, which they don't sell, which mix in here, and then mix with secret ingredients. That's all you can find in this bottle. It's how it's made. It's like, okay, sure, whatever. So what it means is that it is the island in the stream, and that's because of the dangerous currents that are around this island. This island is between the top of Scotland and Orkney is where this island is. And apparently it's extremely dangerous passing there. And there's a lighthouse there that I guess was abandoned because it got automated in 1962. There have been humans there since 1962 because it's just shipwreck just rammed up on this island. So they have a big lighthouse there, which is, kind of important. So, it's automated now. It's cool, but that's where it is. So let's see what we think of this thing. That's an interesting nose.
It's interesting.
What is that?
I can definitely get salty brininess on it.
And there's a scotchiness to it, but it's not a scotch.
No, there's a funk to it.
It's like a scotch that got left out
It's
overnight.
stale.
It's
It's
just
like a
this
stale
weird,
scotch.
yeah, it's this weird funk to it.
It's almost
a little honey and vanilla.
and hay.
Yeah, and hay and like damp wood that's rotting.
Yeah.
That's a weird nose.
Kind of a sulfur note almost.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, I can totally see. Almost like a
ashy sulfur. Yeah.
So when you say sulfur, I think a lot of egg.
Yeah.
And it almost smells a little bit like rotten egg.
Yeah.
The egg yolk.
Kind of does, doesn't it? That's weird.
And I say sulfur, I think of struck match head.
That's what I was thinking, more like that.
Yeah, I mean, I guess there's
different types.
different ways that you can look at it.
Yeah. To me, it was a struck match head that
is
kind of popped into my brain.
Which is, why it's really good to have more than one person doing this, because you get
Absolutely.
multiple variations.
Well, and you can explain yourself. You can actually talk about, what about sulfur was it?
Right. Well, and I mixed that slightly eggy note with the hay,
Mm-hmm.
and that's kind of where the funk is for me. And it's not an off-putting funk per se.
No. This doesn't smell uber sweet like most liqueurs, which makes me very happy.
And it doesn't smell uber fruity like most scotches smell.
Yeah.
It's kind of in between. Got a little bit of a floral note to it.
That's oily. Super oily.
It's sweeter on the palate than it smells.
Sweet.
Mm-hmm.
It's very sweet on the palate.
Yes.
A little orange honey.
I can taste it on my lips.
Yeah, orange honey. I like that note.
Yeah.
And rose.
Yeah.
A little bit salty.
Mm-hmm.
Can you taste it? That coats your lips.
A little bit of saltine even.
It's almost like the honey.
Yeah. Most liqueurs have this thick viscousness
Mhm.
that really just kind of lingers on your palate. This has that. And it is much sweeter on the palate than it is on the nose, but it's not ridiculously sweet. It's just in that level of sweetness.
More of the background scotch, not necessarily notes, but feelings of scotch come through on the palate than they do on the nose.
Yeah, it's not like Drambuie, which is more of a punch with scotch.
Right.
Drambuie. This is the lighter, nicer side of Old Pulteney.
Yeah. Right. This is actually pretty good. I like
this. This is good.
I
would around 2 or 3 years. Malcolm Waring wanted to create a new one. Apparently, they used to have a liqueur, but this is the new one. So,
I would. I wouldn't mind drinking this over a cube
on a hot summer day.
It's a hot summer day and just sipping it. The cube would help tamp down the sweetness, but I think it would still keep the flavors there for you.
Yeah.
I
So
think the cube
the
would
flavors
amp
are
down the oiliness.
It might do that too. Because I mean, the flavors are strong.
Mhm.
yeah, they really
They
are.
would come through with a cube, or even if you were to put the bottle in the fridge and just drink it cold,
Yeah, probably
And-
good that way too.
chilled glass. But I think this would be really good cold.
Yeah,
Drinking
there's a
it
lot of
just by
cocktails.
itself, cold.
I think this would be a good introduction for your non-whiskey friends.
That's
Yeah, I agree. That's a good idea.
You're not a big fan of whiskey because it's too strong. This doesn't have, granted, it's only dialed back down, 5 percentage points, but on the palate, this doesn't present itself as anywhere close to 35% to me.
Mm-mm. It really doesn't. It is way sweeter than I expected it to be, but it's really nice. Like on the website, they talked about making something called a rusty sails, which is this and Old Pulteney, the 12.
go figure.
So go figure, right?
Yeah, I mean, this isn't bad. I would definitely take this and introduce my friends to Scotch with it if they weren't into that. It's a good idea.
Yeah,
Totally.
What's the availability?
price point.
It should be pretty much everywhere, and it's like I think it was like $28. It's not expensive.
It's not bad.
Yeah, no, it should be pretty much everywhere. Like I said, it came out maybe a couple of years ago, something like that. But you kind of have to look for it. But I know like Total Wine carries it, and Specs carries it, and Mirage carries it. So pretty much, I think everywhere.
Nice.
Excellent. All right. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button and click that notification bell. And until next time,
Keep on crusading for better liquids in your glass.
cheers.
It's one of the better liqueurs we've had.
Yeah.
What are we drinking?
Stroma.
Old Pulteney Stroma.
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 Stroma. 3, 2.